Hi everyone, I hope you're okay. My name is Gary Waterman, former police officer, a recent Christian. I don't mean to offend anyone by that. It doesn't matter what religion, background, race, ethnicity you are. We're all equal, but it's important to me to let you know that that's my religion. I'm a victim in relation to the system of fraud. Now, before I show you my last video in relation to research surrounding the World Trade Center, I want to read you an email that's come through to me, okay? Because I'm now giving out an email, which is GaryTheTruthSetsUsFree@gmail.com. You can please contact me if you want to. You can also contact me through YouTube on my wife's account, which is Lisa.Waterman. So that's Lisa.Waterman on TikTok, that is. I'm going to read you this email, okay? Because it's quite relevant to what we're talking about. I'm not going to identify the person, but it says, I lost my grandchildren in the UK corrupt family courts. I started to research the whole of the child protection services, including all the private companies who are being sold children. Much of our research overlaps, so my research and theirs, and I'm so grateful that you're exposing all of this. Medical companies, oil companies, free ports, primary-owned airports, bioscience laboratories, and even veterinary companies, all connected to the child trafficking. I've tried to expose this in many ways, along with others who are heavily targeted in many ways. Please feel free to get in touch. They've been very kind and offered for us to go and stay there if we want to. The alternative media are unwilling to broach this subject, and I believe if the true facts of how many children are disappearing out of the care system, there would be a civil war. Okay. Now, I don't think there needs to be a civil war, providing the government do the right thing. Okay. We need to get rid of, they need to step down, resign from their position of power. All of those at the top of government, okay, because they're all linked through to the system of fraud. And you'll see from my research, it all links through and connects to potential paedophilia. You've got Max Clifford, Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, all linked through to this in very, very quickly indeed. You'll see from the Rochdale News articles, there's paedophile rings. Okay, there's a suggestion that many top police officers are linked to this system. I'm a former police officer, don't forget, all right? I'm putting everything on the line to say this. This must stop. Now, they're not doing it through me providing overwhelming evidence. We've got now irrefutable evidence of this fraudulent system that's been in place for absolutely decades, okay? We have to stop paying our taxes to compel a change. We are committing a crime by now paying our taxes with this evidence that's here, okay? Because you become complicit to the criminal system. If our taxes are being used in a system of paedophilia, illegal wars, it's irrefutable now that the wars are illegal because the documents show that the weapons companies aren't even trading lawfully because their registration certificates have not been registered. A company has to be registered with Companies House to be able to trade. They've not been registered, guys. And the registration system has been forged. We need to really wake up to this. It can peacefully be changed. If we don't do this, this world is going to go down the drain. I'm telling you that now. And it is not far away from it. Maybe that's what these people want. I don't know. We need the police to step in. If they're not going to change it through the withholding of taxes, okay, then we need the police, decent police, because there are many innocent police officers. I was completely innocent. I did my best for the public, not for the government, not for my boss in the police. I did it because it was the right thing to do. Where are our moral consciences, guys? My moral conscience, I believe, given to me by God, is making me do this and step in and say, enough is enough. I will not pay for the suffering of innocence. It's the right thing to do. Put it simply, we are in a position now where we can either pay somebody to go and kill innocent people with our money, or we can stop paying to compel a change and risk being sent lots of warning letters, possibly it'll probably be an illegal court process, which I'm going to do in a video about that anyway, and risk going to prison. What is morally the right thing to do? Of course, the right thing is we do not become complicit to kill innocent individuals. We cannot do that. Our moral conscience is there for a reason, guys. And I think this is the moment of judgment for us all. I know you may not believe that, but there's a reason I've got this information, this evidence, and I believe this is the moment of judgment, okay, which I think will be far worse than any punishment on earth. Anyway, I'm going to show you the final part now of the document in relation to the World Trade Center disaster. God bless you. Okay, so we're looking at the last part of the World Trade Center research video they've done. We were looking at Harriet Harman on the last video. I had to stop it because I had a technical issue. So we're just coming back in and we're looking at the company that links through from the National Council for Civil Liberties. Okay, and it's the Joint Council for Welfare of Immigrants. And the reason I did that, it made me think of doing that email, was because of this bit. So on the company incorporation document for that links through to the National Council for Civil Liberties, and I apologise for singling out Harriet Harman. She's not the only one linked to this system of fraud. Of course, as you'll see, there's loads of MPs, lords, baronesses, all linked through to this. But on this document, you've got a doctor linked to it, okay, with a surname, previous surname of Khan. Now, remember, we had Kahan, Barbara Kahan, sorry, I'm pronouncing it wrong probably. She was a former social worker, apparently, and there's information connecting paedophilia and the welfare of children in relation surrounding that, as well as she worked for the National Children's Bureau. Anyway, could be relevant, but this is particularly relevant. So on this incorporation, you've got a liaison officer for social services. There's lots of information suggesting social services now, you know, I wish I wasn't saying this, but seems to be connected very heavily in a lot of the research to paedophilia. We've already got the fostering and adoption agency linked through to this system of fraud. Remember, this very quickly links through from Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein and Max Clifford. So I thought that was quite relevant on that document, but we'll move forward. So we now got Joint Council for Immigrants looking through from that now, and it links through to Immigration Advisory Service Company. Remember, we've got a massive problem with, I think we'll all agree there's a problem with immigration at the moment. I've got nothing, well, personally, I feel we need to try and help people that are genuinely in need, of course. But it's causing a bit of an issue now. Now this links through to a Stephen Thomas Lloyd is linked through to this company. And you can see we've got a company of Kids in the Middle Community Interest Company. Also linked through to Stephen Thomas Lloyd, we've got Blue Square Change. Remember I said about the Freemasons and the Blue Lodge element of the Freemasons? Blue companies linked through to this management company this is. So let's look at them. You can see they've got an address on here. Now they obviously not trading anymore, but it's still evidence of Cannon Street. And this is very important. Bates Wells and Braithwaite, previous company names. They link right the way through to the fraud linking to Jeffrey Epstein. Madeleine McCann case links through to this. Irrefutable, and here we're talking about Madeleine McCann here, because from Blue Square Change, BWB number 2 Limited is on the incorporation document for the Madeleine Fund page. I think it's called the No Stone Unturned. You can see that on my Madeleine McCann video. This is a screenshot taken from the research. I don't think it's going to be clear enough. But BW number 2 is on the incorporation document for the Madeleine McCann Fund page. And linking through from that, a person within that. Okay, so you've got Philip Duncan Kirkpatrick. He links through a lot to the fraud, if he's a real person, of course. And then you've got the Death Penalty Project Limited from him that links through to Keir Starmer. So Keir Starmer is linked to... Now remember, Keir Starmer was the Director of Public Prosecutions, as I understand it, research suggests, for the case of Jimmy Savile. Okay? But research suggests Keir Starmer was not going to suggest that Jimmy Savile was prosecuted. All right? And obviously that links through Operation U-Tree. As my understanding is, it links through Operation U-Tree, if you do the research, to Ghislaine Maxwell, Max Clifford, Jeffrey Epstein, and all these other people within the lots of people within the entertainment industry. Okay, all linked through to it. And we've also got this company, Effective Prevention. Linked through to Stephen Thomas Lloyd, effective prevention for children and families, Cannon Street. Now that dissolved after I reported the fraud. 2023, October they dissolved. Even though they were incorporated in 2012. Trying to remove accountability because they know this is all coming out now. But they're not changing it, guys. Remember, they're still not changing it. I've had no replies from MPs. Nobody's doing anything about this. They need to step down. We need to stop paying our taxes. We need to compel change peacefully. Please do this. Your children's futures depend on this. All of our futures depend on this. These people are unpredictable. They are irrationally thinking. They are drunk on power, drunk on greed, drunk on money, linked through to paedophilia. I'm not necessarily talking about the people within these documents. The system. The whole system. Please trust me on this. This links through to an address again. You can see Cannon Street address on the left there. Links through to a company called the Friends of Education Africa. And they link through to the London Law Agency. Remember, London Law Agency, if you watch my other videos, it's an unregistered company. It's unlawfully trading. Linked through to Max Clifford, Jeffrey Epstein, the High Elm Child Youth Accommodation Movement. Youth movement, starting in 1929, still operating today under High Elm, and linked through to Jeffrey Epstein and Madeleine and Max Clifford and Ghislaine Maxwell. So you can see here, you've got Bates Wells and Braithwaite. Remember, we've just mentioned them. Now read through this bit slowly in your own time. Pause it if need be. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit so you can see it. Again, this details what is coming up in the video. Links through. Now this is important. Previous research from Bournemouth Council links to CAPD Limited, which links to Fleming and Co. The shareholder within my block is called Fleming. I'm not saying they're directly involved in this. They are certainly appear to be a link through to this system of fraud. Okay, and then Stephen Thomas Lloyd then links through to Seaview Yacht Club Limited. Based in Isle of Wight. Remember, my research stems from Dorset, which is close to that. People within my building have connections to Hampshire, which is where the Isle of Wight is. There's connections through to Salisbury, which is where a lot of all in the south of the country, which is very closely where Ghislaine Maxwell links within 1 or 2 companies to the area of Dorset, okay? We've got weapons defence manufacturing companies linked through down to that area. Through the police connections down there. This person on the incorporation has not been registered. You can see this is just taken from here and I've zoomed in. You can see the document is also appears to have been forged. Okay, the lines are missing in the background. This writing is not within any lines, but it is on the other bit of the document. That suggests it's been added afterwards. And we can see links now through to CAPB Limited, which I've just mentioned. And you will see their previous incorporation name. From 1932 is when they were registered and incorporated. But they changed their name in July 2001. That is the same month that Larry Silverstein purchased the lease for the World Trade Center. Look at my other videos. They then changed their name in 2001. They changed their name, removed the word Fleming, and went for Cater Allen Premier Banking. That is an offshore accounting system company linked to Abbey National and Santander. Remember, we've got forged bank documents, clearly forged. I've shown you those at the beginning. Now, somebody else now through from the National Council for Civil Liberties that links through to this person, that links through Jews for Justice for Palestinians. This is all connected to Gaza. What's going on in Gaza? This is the penultimate time in history. I don't know if everyone's misguided on this. They've completely gone in the wrong direction. I don't know what. It's just unreal. They need to change. I believe their very souls and our very souls are at stake in all of this. This is the moment of judgment, I believe. Wenlock Road links through to this company. That is featured right throughout the fraud. And they link through to Companies Made Simple. We've already mentioned that. That links through to a company within my, people within my company, okay? It links through to Silverstein Real Estate. Silverstein, I've just mentioned, purchased the World Trade Center in July. The attack happened in September. He was the only person ever to have acquired the lease since the history of that complex. For 31 years he acquired it. The attack happened. After the attack, he links through to the Liberty funds. All the companies changed around the World Trade Center disaster. That company has got it was trading since 1928, so we're looking at a linked company now, British Humanist Association. That has an unregistered incorporation document. Fraud. Remember, the banks are now trying to say, they're panicking. Banks are on high alert, saying that somebody's infiltrated company's house and attached all these documents. That's not true, guys. That's a smoke and mirrors. So it links through to the Sherry Blair Foundation for Women. Tony Blair's wife. I'm not saying she's directly involved in fraud or paedophilia. So we're looking into that company. It links through Farrer and Co. Ghislaine Maxwell's companies that she's linked to Farrer and Co as well. We've also got this person on there. Links to a school. These are public documents. There's nothing wrong with showing this information at all. You can look at these on the Companies House Register. Now, within Sherry Blair's registration incorporation document for that company, you've got someone with a surname of Clinton. Robert George Clinton. Remember, false details can be used. You can see he's attached also to Eclipse Nominees, which links through. And that person within Eclipse Nominees links to the Tony Blair Faith Foundation. You've also got an Eclipse nominee, someone with the surname of Cameron. Now they link through. Very quickly then you link through to companies in Dorset. Weymouth Avenue, Dorchester. Weymouth Avenue, Dorchester. Remember, that's where I'm from. Well, where I wasn't born there, where I live. Tesco House. Tesco links through to this, unfortunately. Now we're looking at Harriet Harman, a search on Companies House just for her name. The date of birth matches. So this presumably is Harriet Harman's record. The Fawcett Society, which links through this person here, then links through from it. Got management companies. Remember, real estate is... And it links through to the National Council. From that, it links through to the National Council of Young Men's Christian Associations Incorporated. The, in brackets. That has a unregistered incorporation document. Again, fraud. This sounds terrible. It is terrible, but think about this. This is the chance for a new beginning. A beginning, a peaceful beginning of righteousness, integrity, transparency, morality. Let's come away from this horrendous place that we are creating. It's more than possible. I believe that. I believe this evidence is here for a reason, for a change. It links through to Nuco 5 Limited, Nuco 5. Nuco links to gas. It used to be called Gas, British Gas Companies. So I'm trying to read the document. ICC then links through to the incorporation document. ICC links through to Robert Maxwell. ICC companies. Now we mentioned Patricia Hewitt. Let's do research on Patricia Hewitt. Okay, I'll let you read through this in your own time. But there's a couple of bits I will just mention. Interesting to remember, from 2001, Harriet Harman had involvement more within a certain area of politics. And Patricia Hewitt, also from 2001, she served as a Secretary of State for Trade and Industry. Okay, she was also, after 9 years, she served as a General Secretary for the National Council for Civil Liberties. We've already mentioned that was linked to controversy surrounding paedophilia. Look at all my other videos and see this all links through. Proven links, okay? I did not create these. You can look at these, you can verify these, especially the Companies House screenshots taken from the register. In 2022, Patricia Hewitt, okay? Jeremy Hunt announced that she would serve serve in an industry role to the government for the NHS administration. The NHS is linked to this fraud. Jeremy Hunt is linked to this fraud. This is just showing what I told you. Again, look at it yourself, but you've got the controversy surrounding the paedophile information exchange and the link to the National Council of Civil Liberties. Link to Patricia Hewitt and Harriet Harman. Now we're looking at Patricia Hewitt's companies. See, she's linked to Aura Choir. Now looking into Aura Choir, and you can see from there a person links through. You can tell from the tab. This is only one element of research. There's so much more to this. This is just showing you the stuff that's irrefutable links to all of this, but you'll see lots more. Ask yourself, why aren't they registering the Companies House? Sorry, why aren't they verifying the Companies House registrations? Why haven't they got a transparent taxation system? It's easily done now at the source of payments. Ask yourself that. Just going to pause the video to charge my phone. Sorry about that, just had to pause the video for a second. So we can see it links through to Swift Incorporations Limited and Jordan's again. Unlawfully trading companies. Any companies that are linked to them through their incorporation documents are also unlawfully trading. Because you have to be registered correctly on Companies House. We're now looking at, God rest his soul, I think he passed away in 2022. This is Harriet Harman's former husband, Jack Dromey. So we're looking at his Companies House records. Links through, again, real estate company, all the way through this. Incorporation document for them. Links to Elite House. Elite House. And then from that company, you can follow the people section. You can look at this yourself. We've got a counsellor linked to the company. This is just very quick research on this. I haven't even looked into this much. And then this person on the right links through to Heart of England's Young Men's Christian Association. You know, if there's Christians involved in this, and you know about this, you're misguided. You have been led up the garden path, because there is no, I'm a Christian, there's no way I would be linked to this system. They could offer me £10 million now or more, as much money in the world. I would not take it, because my morals prevent me being part of any of this. Okay? Luckily, I'm fairly rational thinking. Some people may say I'm not, but I don't drink much. I don't smoke, don't take drugs. And I think they've relied on the public being suppressed through these things to not wake up to the issues. But you can see it's got an unlawful incorporation document. So it's not been registered. So that's fraud. And it's linked to Jordan and Sons Limited. Remember, Chancery Lane features all the time. You can see Chancery Lane there. Okay. And I think that's it, because we've done this bit before on my first video. So that's it. Please watch this video, share them as much as you want, contact me. I can send you these documents. Gary Waterman, Gary the Truth Sets Us Free at gmail.com. You can also contact me on my wife's TikTok account of @lisa.waterman. Please do that, and I can send you these documents. There's more that have been completed and coming out. You'll see all the links through Max Clifford, Jeffrey Epstein, also the Peter Lawson, the Assistant Chief Constable that died untimely. He was involved in the Nicola Bulley investigation. There's links through to him, to the fraud, significant links it appears, so I'm going to show you that. God bless you. Watch the next videos, share them as much as you can. Let's get this out there. Let's change this world for the better. It's possible.